friends, it's Nancy, and today we're going to work on the tags and things that go inside the Brooms and Brew Cafe. So I'm excited to do that with you. So I have a bunch of pieces here, and I kind of tried to prepare myself a little, but forgive me if I'm not, because there's so many different tags that go in here that I'm not even sure if I got everything I wanted. So let me just kind of move a few things out and hope that I remember what I'm doing here. So this is where I'm going to try to do 2 videos. This is going to be the first video, and then I'll make another video, and then we should be able to finish the Brooms and Brew Cafe. So let's see how much we can get done here. Okay, so as a refresher, I did finish doing the actual outside of everything like that. So there's the back. I absolutely love this so much. So some of those cards, and I have all the kits listed below and the shops from where they came from if you're interested. But there was a kit, and I can't tell you the name, but it is listed below, of all these pretty little tea cards, these pretty little drinks, and I think they're perfect for journal cards. So I have one in this pocket here, and then there is a little pocket here, and I stuck one in there too. So I wanted those cups in there, and then we're gonna make the card that goes in there. And I have one more of those little journal cards right in here. So I have 3. I have 3 of them. So I'm going to just stick that in there a little bit more. So 3 of those I'm using here. Okay, so let's just start from here. Now, if you remember, I'm going to move some of this out of my way here. If you remember, I had a folder that I stuck in here. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I took that scrap of paper and I put it in there, and I said, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I made like a folder. But then now I decided not to. I love how that looks, where you can see this through here. And one of you gals told me, and I realized what you said is when that was out, you could see this, it looked like the moon behind the cafe. Oh, I forgot who, was it Dolly? Did you tell me that? Or I forgot now who, but yeah, I see that now. It does look like the moon behind the cafe. That's so cool. So thanks for pointing that out for me. So what I did was I just took it, I cut it off, and I said, I'm going to make a big card. I'm going to decorate the front. And then I thought on this side it'd be fun to have a menu, right? Well, I was going to make a menu, but you know what? I tried AI on the computer for the first time, and I think I'm hooked on it. So I don't know if any of you have tried it, but it's really crazy how you can type in what you want and it just generates pictures. So the site that I went on, and it's free, and it's good. It's called, I was going to write it down for you here. Let me just write it on a piece of paper on this here. If you just search in your search engine, Deep AI, that's what it's called, and you can use it for free, and the images, you can use them. They're not copyrighted or anything like that. So I played around with it a little bit. So you might see images here and there. I'll show you. But what I typed in was a spooky cafe menu. And it comes out with things, and this is like half of it. So it doesn't even spell right words, and you can't read any of this on here, but you get the gist of a spooky cafe menu. And I thought this would be fun on the back. So this card would be like a menu. And I thought, well, we'll figure out something else. It was bigger. I couldn't get it to the size I wanted it, so I just cut half of it off. But it's deep AI, and it's, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I never thought I would try anything like that, but somebody kind of got me on it, and I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to play with that. So I'll have to show you some images maybe in the next video. But anyway, this is what I'm putting in here. It's going to be a giant journal card. Well, I'm going to put that fake menu on the back, so that's what it's going to be. I like seeing this here, but I'm going to still decorate the front. I was hemming and hawing what to do, so I'm going to put this to the side. Let's just work on this here. And what I wanted to do is from the coffee kit, I thought it'd be fun to have like this window on here. So I just kind of rough cut it out and kind of inked it with forest moss. And then I thought, I'm not going to put the name Brooms and Brew Cafe, but I wanted to put something to the effect. So I have one of my little brooms. I have a little coffee cup. I have one of my witch hats. And then these are the grungy labels from, and I believe I have that listed below. It's from an Etsy shop called The Old Design Shop. These are the ones that Carol Laws showed how she decorated them and used them. They're printable blank grungy labels. And what I did was I printed them 2 to a page to make them smaller. And so I took one, and I thought they'd be good as tabs too. See, if you print them smaller, all I did was fold it in half, and I'm going to glue it on here for a tab to pull out. So that's why I printed them 2 to a page, because I thought these could be folded in half and used as tabs too. So something to think about. But anyway, what I want to do is glue this on here like you're looking, you know, it's just a decorative kind of idea. I like the window with all the coffee things hanging, and I have this label here, and I thought I would put it somewhere like here. And what I wanted to do was kind of like decorate this a little bit. You see, with the hat and that, and I thought maybe I would put the coffee cup on here. So it kind of says Brooms and Brew Cafe, and the witches hang out there without saying the words, is what I'm trying to get to. And I know you're going to see this section here. I really don't want to cover that spooky skeleton hand up. So that's why I thought maybe if I kind of do it to the side like this, I don't know, I kind of like it. So that's what I'm going to do. So first of all, I'm going to glue this on here. I'm going to get my glue stick. So I hope you're all doing well. I am going to, I know I told you before I was going to try to do 2 videos a week for the Spellbound journal, like once my grandkids went back to school in August. And I'm going to try, I'm going to really try to do it. Oh, I think I need a new glue stick. I'm really going to try to do it now if I can. Okay, hold on. We need a new glue stick here. Sorry about that. Let me grab one here if I can. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab one of my glue sticks. So I'm going to try, because I just want to start playing on this. I really do. I really want to get going on this journal, and I'm sure you all seem to be so excited about this, and I am too, that I can't live on 1 video a week with this journal. I can't. I need to keep working on this. So I promise I will try my best. I promise. Oh, it's so warm that the glue sticks are just melting. I don't know if you have that in a problem in your area where you live. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So let's get this on here. So I thought it would be super fun to have a menu, right? And I wanted to use one of these windows because I thought it was so cute. All the images in that which coffee shop kit is so cute. So cute. So there's that. And then so here I'm going to glue this down first. I'm going to put this little broom on here like that. And we're going to do the coffee cup there. And the hat kind of hanging off. That's kind of what I'm going for here. So you probably will see part of the hat, but I really don't want to cover up that, hand. And I don't mind that the broom is hanging over on the window part here. So I'm going to just kind of see. I think I just want this cup in the middle. So I know I can glue my cup down in the middle. And that's just cut out from the coffee kit, the witch coffee kit. So let me get that on, get some glue on here. I can't push too hard on my glue stick because it's just so soft. Wow, okay. So let's get this on. I'm so excited to work on this. Very, very excited. Okay, so there's that. All right, now we have to decide exactly where I want this. So I don't mind the broom being here, right here, like that. And then the hat, I just kind of wanted hanging off the label like that. And I read that as Brooms and Brew Cafe where the witches hang out. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to glue that down. But, you know, you might have another idea. You might want the words Brooms and Brew. I toyed with the idea. I did. I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to, like, label it, but I wanted to tell you that that's what it's called. I don't know. I can't explain what I feel about that, but I don't know why. I really don't. Can't explain that to you. So, oh, now see, that might be too high, but I don't know if I can move it. Let me see if I can move it down a little. Yeah, I'm going to move it down a little. Okay. And then I want the hat to hang off. I'm going to glue this on with wet glue, the rest of this here. Yeah, it does, you know, when you're planning all this, it just takes time, right? I mean, if you made one of these envelope pages like this, you know how much time it took, right? And then you want to design it. I don't mind that it's hanging over the coffee cup at all. This is kind of like my sign, okay? That it says it's a Brooms and Brews Cafe. All right, and then we're going to get this cute little broom on here like that. I like it. I like it. I just didn't want to put like actual words for some reason. I don't know. I can't explain my decision on that. I'd rather use like symbols to say what they are, but I could change my mind. I don't know. So let's see. I want to put this like right here, like that. Okay, there we go. I like that. I think that's super cute, like that. And then, so then we'll look at it, and then I want to put this tab on here, but I'll wait till we do the other side. So let's just look to see. I think I'm safe to tuck it in there just to take a quick look, because it is a nice, the pocket is pretty big. It'll accommodate that. See? So, I mean, you see a little bit of something going on here, but I'm okay with it. You know, and let's see, if I decide to put something on the outside of the envelope here, I'm looking to see if I have anything. I know I'm going to be using these on a tag. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it right now, but this is good in here. And like I said, I am going to put a tab on here, but I'll do it after I finish the other side. So it might be right around there. I think we'll be good. So on the other side here, I inked the edges. I ripped this. I have one of my die cut teapots and teacups here, which I'm going to cover up this here. So I need to do something on the background. Okay, so I can either rip some papers. I have some of my dyed papers. I am also using, I have this script stamped here. It's an old one. I've had it. Sampool Creative, it's just to mimic writing, and I just kind of, you'll see me use this a lot just to fill in the background. So I could use that, and if you don't have something like that, you can use a book page, like from that, you know, the book that let me get it over here, sorry. You know, the book I'm using, I'm just dyeing these pages. I'm looking for my dyed pages. I dyed a bunch of them today. I sprayed them with the TIm Holtz mica spray. I could do that as soon as I figure out where they are. Well, I have one. I could do that, or I could use the stamp. Oh, wait, let's see. There's purple. I don't want purple. You could use scrapbook paper, just scrapbook paper. Here's a bunch of them here. These are, one side's got the mica cover. Yeah, there's the mica on there. So some of them have more micas than other. One is kind of plain there. That one is there. I just did a bunch with different colors, just kind of did it. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was, you know, spraying. I just kind of sprayed and just played with them. So I could always cover the edges with that. That would be kind of fun. You can also use just any of your digitals. You can use music paper I would just go around the edges. So I'm wondering if I would just use some book page. Let's see how that would look. We could, it's really, you're not going to see hardly any of it. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to rip this top part off here. I think we should just, let's see. I'm just going to tear it in strips. Thinner strips. I don't know if that's going to work or not. How's that going to be? Yeah, it's just background, right? We're just going to do it. I'm not going to overthink. I'm just going to start gluing paper on whatever I have here. It's just something to fill in the white background. And I am rounding the corners on all my cards because, this envelope, I would suggest nipping your corners off, or if you have the corner rounder with a little one, use the little, or just nip the corners off like you see me do on a lot of my things. So just try to do that if you can. I'll do that, and then I'm just going to start. I think I need to tear it. Let's see. I need a straight edge is what I need. Like that. That's what I need. I'm thinking on the fly here, so I didn't plan the background. I just knew I needed to cover it with something here, so I'm going to just start doing that. Okay. Yeah, I was a little hesitant to try that AI. People are talking about it, they're using it, and I'm like, I don't know. I never did anything like that. But I thought, well, I'll just look at it. I'll just look at it. And then I could not believe what you could do. And of course you can get more involved with it and pay for, I don't think I need to ever go that far. But just by using it for free and typing what you want, it generates what you're typing. and you can keep, if you don't like the first image, you can hit, you know, to do it again. And I just, wow, I was impressed with it. It doesn't take much to impress me. So, all right, I'm going to do this one along the bottom maybe. And I see there's a spot there, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'm just going to rub that on there and glue this here, and that's fine with me. So, yeah. So we just need to get going because we have a lot to do. Not only the 3 cafes, we have the witchy pages to do, and some other fun pages I have in mind to do. So, yeah, we have some stuff I need to get done. Okay. So I'm just going around the edge here. So yeah, if you have like some book page, just, you know, use your watercolors, use your sprays, whatever, you know, the sprays we buy that we don't use because we're saving them, use them up. Use them up. Just use them, right? I don't care if my words are upside down either. It doesn't even matter. I think it adds more interest. So let's put that there. But I think that's pretty fun how you get the illusion of a spooky menu, but coffee shop menu, but you don't read the words. I think that's how that's supposed to be, right? Okay, and then here. Oh, that's cool. I like it. I'm doing that. Okay. I'm thinking of some other cool projects to do coming up too, not just the Spellbound, but once I finish the Dark Fae, I'm going to be doing fall and Halloween projects. Yeah, okay, so there we go. There's that. I ripped this to the size I could, and I'm just going to glue this here. And see, that looks really good. I can hit it again with my green. I don't know if I need to, but I'm using forest moss, so I can just hit that again, make it a little darker. That's cool. I'm just trying to use some colors other than vintage photo all the time. I mean, I'm using vintage photo, but it's kind of fun to do, you know, some of your other colors too. I think that's so cute. All right, I'm going to get a new glue page. We're going to get that glued on. And then we'll put the little teapot on the bottom. Yeah, soft glue stick today. Okay. All right. Let's get that off. Get this kind of centered the best I can on here. Kind of. I think. Yep, you know, that's good. I like it. See that paper in the back? It's just background. And then I'm going to put the teapot and teacup at the bottom to cover this here. I don't like that, but I have another, and I have the skeleton. I fussy die cut that so I could have the skeleton hand. So I thought maybe I would put the cup like here and the teapot here, something like that. And then I have the lid here. I think that's kind of fun. So I'm going to glue my teapot first. about here, right there. Okay. I probably should have die cut it out of the green to make it pop more, but it's okay. I already had it die cut, so I wasn't sure where I was going to use it, but it's fine on here. I think it's all right. And then I'll put the cup. So you have the illusion of a menu for the Brooms and Brews Cafe, right? That's what you're looking at. Okay, so I'm going to do that right here, like that, over the teapot there. Okay, I like that. It's cute, right? Looks like a menu. There's the front, looking in the shop, and then now all I have to do is put my little tab on here. So I'm going to put it like that. So let me get some, then you know there's something there to pull out of that pocket. Okay. All right. Well, we didn't get, it's almost a half an hour, and this is as far as we got. Wow. I'm going to do it right here, like that. Put it kind of low just to be different. And let's put that in the pocket then. And the other thing, you know, you don't want to build too much layering on these pieces that go in these envelopes, because it'll be a tight fit, so you can't afford to layer too much stuff. Okay. All right, so this is going in here in the front of the Brooms and Brew Cafe. So cute, love it. And that goes right in here. That's a nice size pocket. And push it all the way in, and then we have that little tab out, so you kind of know. You can even dangle a little something there if I feel like it. Okay, the front, that's done. Done. I might put a little decoration here. I don't know yet. All right, so now, all right, let's go on the inside. And I have this one prepped. This here, this is what I'm saying about, when I made these, I don't know if I mentioned before, when I measured and cut my manila folder to make my tags, I wrote inside left, inside left, inside right. So I would remember what side in a pocket these would go on, because you'll forget, at least I know I did. So this one here is going to go in here. I cut it, and I inked it, and what I did was, after I inked it, I used that stamp, the script stamp, and went around the edge. That's another easy way of doing something. So if you have any kind of a script stamp, you can do that. And then I did do the same a little bit on the back, but the back is for journaling or writing a recipe or something. So I wanted to put the inside, something from inside the cafe here, and I had this piece of green hand-dyed paper laying around, and I wanted to just glue this across the top here to decorate the top. So I'm going to put it on with my glue stick here. It was just a piece cut off from something. I just saw it laying there, and I'm like, oh, I like that. I like it. So I'm going to pick that up if I can. And what I wanted to do was glue that. I should just have my glue book here. I wanted to glue that on here and just cut around it then. I think that's what I was doing. I was going to just cut this edge off here. I'm so sorry. I don't know where that came from. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I had a sneeze. It just came out of nowhere. Okay. So, all right. So I wanted that there to kind of mimic the greens going around. And I might have to trim a smidge off the sides, but I'm okay with that. So let's get this on. And when you pull it up, it's just like looking inside the cafe, you know, looking at the shelves, what they have on the shelves in the cafe, and the coffees and desserts and things like that. Okay. 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 Hold on. So I know I'll have to trim a little bit off, but I just want to get it centered the best I can. I think that's good. But just want to see here. Yep, I think that's, I'm looking at the bottom here. Okay. There we go. So you see some of it's just hanging off the side, but we can trim that. I don't know, I just wanted that green up there to kind of break that up. So I can just kind of cut this excess off here. Just a little bit on this side. It's not even going to show. And then might have to add a little bit more glue under here because, okay, there we go. So sometimes, you know, you need to see if you see an end. The glue stick, it doesn't get, at least, or I'm just not a good gluer, I don't know. But I always check all my little corners too to see if they're down. They seem to be okay now. So that one there. And I would suggest probably, I'll show you, we'll put it in the pocket, but I would suggest maybe letting them dry a little. So that looks cute. To me, that looks cute in there. You can see the top shelf of the cafe there. I like it, and I like the green. It kind of breaks it up. Just hit the green with, gotta hit that with the vintage photo where I cut off. There we go. And then I just, you know, inked the back and did a little light script, whatever, you know, and you can write your favorite coffee recipe on the back, maybe, or a spell. So that's super cute there. Okay, moving on. Let's see what else we're gonna do. We're inside. We have the front done, right? We have that done there. So that's good. If there's glitter on here, I was working with glitter and it got everywhere. It's glitters everywhere in my house right now. It's just crazy. So I didn't purposely put the glitter on here. It's just on here because that's what it is. Okay, now we have 1, 2, 3, and we have a tall one here. So this one, let's see, what was I going to do on this one? I think, looking to see what I have here. I have, oh, I know, this is part of the kit, and this is a small little tag here, and I thought this would be super cute on here, but I would cover this back. So we're going to have to cover the back with something. I'm going to move this out of my way. I'm going to just give this a quick cutout. And I want to keep all that, the coffee beans in there. So this is how I'm doing it. Just kind of giving it a rough cut. Like this. And then I'll ink the edges with some vintage photo. Yeah. I think that's how you need to approach some of these clip art, these kind of ideas. I don't like to cut it right up to the edge, especially when they have some cute stuff all the way around it. And that's going to look really cute on there, I think. So I will hit that with this. I got to get some ink here. I could get lost in doing this. You know, I put like the spooky YouTube scene on, like, you know, just a really like crackling fire and wind howling, and you know how they have those screensavers like I told you. The Calming Cauldron is a channel, and New Darkness is a channel. There's all kind of them. Once you see one, they'll all start popping up. So I thought that would make a really cute tag. We just need to do something on the back. So once again, you can use book page. We can use, this might be cute because it's got the green on there, and I won't use the word Frankenstein. So we just don't need to use those, but I'll save it for something else. So we can just cover it even with this book page, which I'm obsessed with, as obviously you can see that, right? We could do that. That's an idea. Or I can look at some of the papers. I have a lot of scraps. We can fill it in with some scraps. Let's see, what else do I have here? I have, I can do just some little pieces of whatever. We have greens. We can just kind of fill in the background. We can see what that kind of would look like. That would probably be a lot more interesting. So I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to glue, and then I'll clip my corners. You know what I haven't done in a long time, which I don't know, maybe we'll do for this journal for some point, or maybe one of the other shops, is a master board. We could do a master board too. I don't know, we'll see. We'll just see how that goes, you know. I'll just cut this off for now. Okay. There we go. I'll trim that other piece off in a second. So then let's put some music paper, some of this music paper here, like that maybe. Okay. So I will tear it here. I have a lot of scraps, so try to incorporate your scraps. You know, I try to keep them all in one area, and I'm just reaching in that bin, and I'm going to try to incorporate, keep using them so we don't end up with too many scraps. At least that's my goal. I don't know if it's going to happen, but because this way, you know, too, it'll all go together because you're using the same papers and stuff. So all right, I'm going to do something like this, maybe a little bit lower, and I'll do that. Okay, and we'll cut off the rest like that. Okay, and then we can do some of this here. Oh, I like this piece. It's really pretty, isn't it? I should have maybe put that here, but that's okay. Let's see. So that's going to go there. Ooh, I might have to use that whole piece. Oh, yeah, I will. Okay, it's going to be used. We're going to use the whole piece. I mean, why do the middle if you're not going to see it, right? But we are going to see a little bit of it. So I'm going to get that on there like this. Okay. And that should work. So now what I'm going to do is cut this off. Okay. And a little more. Okay, and then my corner rounder, hopefully it'll work. Yep. They just will go in your pockets and tuck so much easier, so definitely do it. And I just like the way it looks too. And then I will ink around it with the forest moss. And I can hit the back with the script too, but let's just continue. I have a little bit sticking up here, so I'll hit that with the glue stick. All right, and then that's such a cute card, just like that, even if the, but we're gonna add this on here. That's cute. I like it. That's a cute tag. Yeah, you can see I printed. Sometimes I have to play with sizes of things, so I just print on the other side so I don't waste too much paper. All right, so let's get this on here. So cute. There we go. Move it over. I like it. It's a cute tag. I like that. And then I can, like I said, I would hit that, the back, a little bit with that script. I'll just do it really quick to show you. I just lightly touch the ink pad and just kind of like, there, that's it. Just to give it something, because this way you can write another little something on the back. And let me turn the page here. And we'll see what it looks like in the pocket. So that one is going right in here, like that. Now, I could put a tab on there, but I think it sticks out enough that you know you can pull that out. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to, what was the next thing I wanted to do? That's that. This one, I have this witch here making her coffee, and I thought maybe we could put her on here. Something like that. Let's just rough cut this out. And let's just see. I know I'm going to lose part of the bottom here because it's a little tall. Yeah, I'll probably have to maybe lose a little bit of her. Let's just cut it out. And I mean, you know, doing the rough cut thing again. Yeah, these kind of images are a little hard to get more detailed cut, but I think they look super good like this with some inking. So I'm going to kind of just cut along here. I might have to cut more off, but let's just see here how this is going to come out here. Okay, so that's that. What did I drop? My glue spreader. Hold on. Okay. So I was thinking of putting her here. Now, see, I'm going to have to cut more. I really don't want to cut any more off the bottom, so I think I'm going to have to cut it off her hat here. So if she's going to go there, I am going to, sorry, I gotta cut her hat, but you know she has a hat on. I'm just gonna have to do it that way. I'd rather get, I don't want to cut any more of that off. So that would be fun. And then we would just need to work on the background for her. So let's just, and that's going in here, this pocket here. And we'll probably use one of these to make a tab maybe. One of these smaller ones here that I have. We'll figure that out. I'm going to leave them here for now. Let's see what we can decorate. And see, they curl up a little, but once you get it flat, folded and flat, everything is going to lay just perfectly flat. It's going to look so nice. All right, I'm moving it back out. And then we're going to see what we can do here. So backgrounds, I'm going to look for some of my neutral color stuff in my scraps here. Some of these neutrally type things, if I can. I have more. Some of those fall. Let's see. Oh, I got this. I've got that dyed coffee paper. What if we did that? Covered the background with that and put her on the front of that. Well, she would stand out. I think I want to ink. Yeah, I've got to ink around her, so I'll use the vintage photo. Yeah, we might have to put, I think it's might be too much of a background. I think we're going to go with the neutrals again, because I want her to stand out. And I think it's a little too much with this paper here. I think so, yeah. It's too, she's competing with that. So let me put some of this down. Let's just see how this looks if we were to just kind of, you know, do this kind of a thing. What else do I have I can put along the bottom? Maybe even a little bit of green. We could do that. Something like that. And then we could put her on there. That would look good. I like that. Okay. All right, so we're going to glue this on. Just grabbing the scraps again. Which I think is fun. Okay. I'm sorry if my head's in the way. I want to get up to the edge there. Ah. Am I getting it over there? I think so. Okay. And then I was going to put this torn piece here. That looks good. Like that. I like that little bit of green there. I like that. I'm going to get that cut off here. And then I was going to put some of this here like that. So I'm going to cut this off here because I want to use that. And save some of this. I like this color. It's a pretty green. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then pop her on. I mean, you can, I have Tracy labels out in front of me. I didn't know if I needed any labels on these things. You know, the images are just so pretty that I don't think I want to do it. I don't want to cover up. I don't think I want to cover up any of the images. I want to just let the images, you know, showcase the images. I don't know if I want to, but I have them out in front of me here. If I decide that, you know, I want to use some down the road or whatever. Seems like for a while there, we were using the Tracy labels on everything. It was like a staple. You just had, it wasn't done until you put one of her labels on, which is true. I mean, I did it, I do it, you know, but I haven't used them in a little while. So I was just saying, do I need a label? Do I need a Tracy label? So I'm going to do this. But see, we don't have to make it like so complicated. I think the decorating of the envelopes and the images speak for themselves. I think that is pretty just like that. Like, I love that. It's so pretty. But I was thinking of putting her, because I like this, but I love seeing that too. So I'm going to put her on like that. And I don't think it needs anything else. Okay, so I'm going to put her right about here. I'm going to cover that little edge. And this way she stands out, but you have a little bit of green. I love that. That looks good. And then I think I will use the vintage photo and go around. I mean, if you are a sewer and you want to sew around all your tags, I don't see why you can't. They should fit just fine. It will bulk it up a little, but I am not going to sew around any of my tags. I'm pretty sure I'm not doing it. So I just don't feel like I want to. So I don't think I will, but I do love to sew around my tags. I think it's really nice, and sometimes I really, really needs it. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. So, and where's my stamp? I'm getting my stamp out here. So I'll just kind of hit that again a little bit. That's it. So there's that. Now I was thinking of putting, we'll look at our labels. Let's get our shop back here. Get our shop here and open this up. Now she's going to go in here. I don't know what's going to show through the window. I think just the coffee in her arms. That's okay. I think that's cool because something's brewing in that shop and you want to see what it is. But I think we definitely need a pull tab here. So let's see. I'm going to glue this little edge down here. Okay. And there's a little one here we could use. Or this one is cute. It's got them, they all have like a little hint of like patina on there. I think I'm going to use this one here. So, I mean, you can use your scoreboard or you can just eyeball it, fold it in half. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then give it a little ink. And then we're going to glue it on like so. And that's going to be so cute. Yeah, with images like this, I mean, they kind of just speak for themselves. I don't think you need too much decoration, you know, on the tags. Just a nice background to complement the image. I think that's what you know, and then if you do a little sparkle, little mica spray once in a while, on your, you know, the book pages. That kind of adds a little something. But these images just do what they need to do. See, so now I can put that in there, right? That's going to go in there real nice, and we can just have it, you can have it, I'm going to put it like that. Okay, so that's good. All right, we've been doing this about an hour, so we still have this tag here. We have the big tag that goes in here, and we have this tag here. Oh, and this one here. So we still have a few more tags. I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to see you in the next video, and we're going to finish the rest of the tags that go in the Brooms and Brew Cafe, and the Brooms and Brew Cafe will be finished, and then we'll be moving on. So, okay, friends, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.